Okay. Hey, that's all right. Mississippi ties. Okay. Well, that's some good stuff. I still think Oregon's going to be too much for them.
Yeah, I don't really care if Minshew's from Brandon or Biloxi or wherever.
They're going to matter today, huh?
Oregon's going to win that one.
Yeah.
Oregon probably by a touchdown or more. So I think Mike Leach is a good coach, but his offense is not going to be enough today to hold Oregon. Okay, so that's our college picks for this week, Kinsley. And another, pretty good segment there. So now it's time for the part in the show where we give out our grievances and shout-outs. Kinsley, I know this is one that you always look forward to, so what's your grievance this week?
Well, to be honest, I said it this morning when I got here. These slow drivers. I think that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I mean, you're not going to... I mean, if you, at least drive the speed limit. I mean, people are on the road driving 20. Hey, come on now. You've got somewhere to be. I mean, if you ain't got nowhere to be, just stay home.
Stay home,
Gas is too high. You could even get a ticket for driving too slow. You know how much not a speeding ticket, but you know how much a lack of speeding ticket is?
How much?
They're higher than the ones when you speed.
Yeah.
I mean, just stay home. People have somewhere
to be. And these law PD folks, they don't care.
No, it's just like go there. Man, talking about lack of heart.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've had my trouble with, with that department, but, that's another story. But that's my grievance for today.
Okay, so I got a grievance. I'm going, I've got one. I've been waiting for this one. I've been waiting for it, Kinsley.
I know that. That's why you've been red.
I'm madder. I'm madder than a wet sitting hen right now, Kinsley. Jose A. Banks.
It's a pretty high class bank.
Huh?
Who?
Jose A. Bank, the clothing store.
What'd they do?
Well, let me tell you what they do. You remember October the 6th, about 2 weeks ago, I had a wedding.
You did?
Had a wedding. Ordered my stuff in late July.
Okay.
The wedding's October the 6th, so I figured that's plenty of time for them to get everything right.
Plenty of time.
The vest was an inch short. It didn't cover me. I'm a big boy.
I noticed that. It was
It was an inch short. Then the shirt I could barely tuck in the shirt. And I told the guy, I said, look, I'm a 4XT. I got to have it long. Long, but guess what? It was short. I barely could.
It was short. I was noticing I was taking your pictures.
Yeah.
I was looking at it, but, it was a wedding, a lot going on, so I didn't want to, say anything about it.
Oh, I knew. I was furious about that. I was hoping that my clothes would stay tucked in my wedding, and, I wouldn't have to get all mad about it and think about it. Well, I call, my dad calls Jose Banks.
Oh, okay.
Tuesday, a week ago from Tuesday. Okay, so going almost 2 weeks. Well, he said he complains to them. So they call me. Mr. Blackledge, we apologize. We're going to send you a check in the mail. You'll have it on Monday. It was supposed to have been this Monday.
Still hadn't got it.
Well, I stood out there by the mailbox on Monday, and waited for the mail lady. She comes by. I say, where's my check? She goes, you ain't got one.
Oh,
I say, okay. So I get on the phone. Jose Banks writes the check out to my dad. They had to cancel the check. Okay. And so they say they're going to create a new one. This was Friday when I called, or whenever. Or last Tuesday. No, wait, Monday. I called Monday. Mr. Blackledge, we apologize. We're going to send it out. Tuesday, you're going to have it Thursday. Wednesday, we're going to call you with the tracking number. I say, okay, I'll be waiting for it. Well, guess what happens? Wednesday rolls around. It gets about 2 o'clock. I ain't got a tracking number from Jose Banks. So I call him. Where's my tracking number? Mr. Blackledge, we're sorry. We don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah, they're pretty sorry about around that time.
So I said, okay. They said, call us on Friday, and we'll have you a tracking number. Well, guess what? I called them on Friday. Yesterday. They ain't got no tracking number. You know, and they say, call back on Monday and we'll have you one. And they say you're supposed to have it Wednesday and Thursday of this coming week. And the woman assures me yesterday, she goes, I'm looking into it. I'm going to call you. And I'm like, I don't want your assurances. I just want my money.
Exactly. Just like I want the right size vest.
Yeah. So pretty much Jose Bank, they're a bunch of liars.
They pretty much dropped the ball.
They dropped the ball, and they've been giving me a runaround for the last 2 weeks.
Well, and, that's a really bad thing, especially in events like that. I mean, major life events that you shouldn't, but you can't redo or relive a day like that. And I mean, they drop the ball, and then when they come to keep telling you they're gonna make up for it, they still haven't done their job. And what's strange is they keep telling you to call them back. Why should I keep calling you back when you drop the ball?
Yeah,
I did my part. You had one job. I mean, how do you mess that up?
Get it right.
Take the measurements?
Yeah, they took the guy Corinne, the manager, took my measurements. Corinne at Jose Banks. Do not go to Jose Banks. They will screw your measurements up.
Wow.
So that's my rant and my grievance for the week.
I mean, they have commercials. I mean, have nice looking clothes in their commercials, but I mean, so. What that tells me is, because a lot of times people don't really go by commercials. People go by word of mouth, because you can put a commercial on TV all day, but what people are looking for when they look for these places, they're looking for the customer satisfaction. What type of experience have customers had with this type of company? So
right
when they come across, let's say somebody's looking at the pictures I took. That, hey man, you got a nice touch. Where'd you get that from? And you tell them Jose Bank, and they say, oh, okay, well, how was it working with them? Like, well, they won't get your measurements right. That's just lost business. I mean, people are not going to put their hard-earned money to, trust this company with their hard-earned money, when they can't even take the right measurements, and then when they, drop the ball, they can't correct it in time or on time. So that's just a bad look for,
it is
supposed to be a professional company. So, I hate that happened to you, but even I knew something didn't look right that day, but I wasn't going to say anything. That maybe John's trying out a new fashion trend or something, but I'm like, no, something ain't right. But I'm not going to say nothing at a time right now, because now it's just not the time. But, but since you mentioned, okay, well, that makes sense now. So, hope they get it together and get you your money back. They ought to, just refund you the whole thing. And
they are. But I don't know when I'll get
interest.
It. Yeah, plus interest.
Yeah, just saying, you have one job. You can't. That's what you're in business to do. Take measurements and get the stuff right.
They're a bunch of screw ups over there. Liars, pants on fire. I told them I was going to take out an ad in the Hattiesburg American and get that guy's picture and put liar on there.
I think that'd be a bit much, but I'll get in contact with Mr. Banks. See how hard that is to do. But hey, if it comes to your business, the top guy should be able to be contacted to reach out to you and say, hey, we apologize for this happening.
I hadn't even got an apology.
Yeah, see, you just got a bunch of excuses. But
so hey, it is what it is. So my shout out for the week, and we've had our car for probably about 3 weeks now. Bought it from right here at Kim's Nissan, and let me tell you, I'm not just saying it because we broadcast from here, but that car is a beautiful car. It rides smooth, Kinsley, and I'm pretty much sold on the Nissan brand. Kim's has all the Nissans, Chevy, Dodges, Jeeps here in Jones County, and they're soon going to be adding more from what they tell me here. But this is a great bunch to do business with. And so, one of the sales ladies here, Stacy Smith, she said, I don't want to get on your show. She said, I just care about working with my customers. So, that's a good quality, words, and that shows me that they really do care and want to get their customers in the right vehicle.
And you're right, John. I mean, when you just think about the Nissan brand. I mean, it's to me, it's the top brand vehicle out there. To be honest, I mean, I love my Nissan Altima. Had mine for a couple of years, but John, I gotta be honest with you, man. When I rode yours that day, man, I had to tell you, yours drives a lot better than mine. But I mean, yours is a newer model than mine, so everything's a little bit more advanced. But man, just the way that thing rides like it's riding on there, the way it on those back roads and the way it hits those curves. I mean, that's the top of the line vehicle. And then those rear view cameras, man.
That bird's eye view is nice, man. Nice. I tell you. And plus, all the new ones have it, but you can connect Bluetooth and listen to Pandora. Just jam out your favorite music and tunes. This is great. So what's your shout out, Kinsley?
My shout out, I'm gonna tell you this, to be honest. My shout out is not a business or anything. My shout out for the day is going to be an individual. I want to give a shout out to my lady April Jackson. John, she works 2 jobs, and she's of course a full-time mother. But I mean, that's just a lot of that's you're a very busy person. I mean, you can still take time out to do the things you need to do. So, and also, she has another business as well where, she does credit repair. So, I mean, that's work in itself. So, just the fact that she does all that and, just still has time, to get things done for her son, that's some really good stuff. So, shout out to you, love, April, for doing all that doing all the hard work that you do then and, still being the mother that you need to be. So, hats off to you.
All right. Pretty good stuff here this morning. Tuesday, we got Kicking It with the Coach, our last one with Coach Braddock before we start basketball with Southeastern Baptist Chargers. We'll take a few weeks off, and we'll still have our Saturday morning show here at Kim Nissan until college basketball season kicks off at Southeastern Baptist College on October 27th. We'll be excited about that. So a big show there. Got the Pelicans game on Tuesday that we'll be going to, checking it out. So a lot of fun coming up. So Kinsley, any final words?
It's been a long week, but we still managed to do what we need to do, man. Last night was a bittersweet moment for us. The last home game in the jungle for this year. So too bad it didn't end off in a good note, but hey, it's been fun doing it there, and on the bigger and better things.
You got it. Hey, been a great week, been a great season. Proud to be a part of Tiger football. Looking forward to one more game at Newton County this week. But hey, y'all have a great weekend. Go to church tomorrow, and we'll see you this coming Tuesday with Kicking It with the Coach. We may have to.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to move it. We'll have to move it to probably Monday. So Monday, Kicking It with the Coach, because we're going to be in New Orleans Tuesday, right, eating oysters. So that's what we'll be doing. But y'all have a great weekend. Monday, be listening Monday or Wednesday for Kicking It with the Coach. Probably Wednesday this week. Let's just do Wednesday. So we'll see y'all Wednesday live from Raising Cane's, Kicking It with the Coach, the final one with Coach Braddock this season. So y'all be good. Go to church tomorrow. We'll see you next week.
Go Eagles.
Go Dogs. And Hail State.